Welcome to the Space Menace 2 demo. I'm going to show you the demo just real quick. I've already gone through it, but I thought it was really cool. So, in this, you can move through this at your own pace and choose to follow along or skip it if you, as you're flipping through the pages. So it's really cool. It's like a cross between a force-fed demo or tutorial where you have to walk here and use WASD to move, zoom in and out. I mean, we know how to zoom in and out, right? Mouse wheel. But yeah, you just go through this and decide, you know, I want to try hitting that button. I want to see what this does, whatever it is. And that's pretty cool. One thing I didn't quite understand though, 3 test ships are entering. So, and then as we are targeting, ships will automatically attack the nearest hostile target. To prioritize a specific target, select your ship and then click on the desired target. Okay, that sounds normal, right? Then it says, note that you cannot set a spacecraft as a preferred target. I'm not sure. So, and it didn't say left click or right click. The reason I mentioned that is other panels ahead, it will mention specifically do this with right click. So I'm going to go ahead and left click, and I guess that he is the preferred target because now he's glowing. And so you can see that these guys were glowing because I had them selected, right? And he's glowing because I think I've set him as preferred target, but is he not a spacecraft? Maybe that means like a fighter, little independent fighter craft or something. I don't know. I can also chase him by right clicking. See, this is where I mentioned that. The earlier one, I assume, is left click. This one specifies right click. So I'll right click, and I think they're gonna try to track him down. You can see that these arrows are moving with him. That's pretty cool. I like a lot of these features so far. The original Space Menace I've never played. I never even heard of it, but it is sitting at mixed reviews. So we'll see how the Space Menace 2 demo fares. As for why you wouldn't want to pump all these buttons at the same time, red is your life, blue is shields, and yellow is your energy. So if you were boosting your engines the entire time, you might run out of energy for other essential things. In case of energy shortage, you must decide which modules to keep to disable, regenerate energy faster. Yeah, we already covered that just a second ago. There are arrows at the edges of the screen. Red for hostile, blue for allied. No, blue for me. Yellow for neutral. I don't see the yellow one. He may have blown up. No, it's buried under the green one. Then green for allied. And that's the tutorial. It's actually, I like this a lot in that you don't have to go step by step by step. And the cool part is whoops, wrong button. You don't, every time you start a new game, you wouldn't necessarily have to do that since it's in its self-contained environment. Something like Elin, which I'm enjoying a lot. Every time you start the game, if not that I have like that many play files or anything, but each time you want to start the game, you would have to do the tutorial over and over and over. I'm okay with that, but I can see comments from Steam users and players on Reddit saying like, hey, I hate having to do the tutorial every time. Welcome to Space Menace 2. Before diving in, a quick note. If you're new, complete the tutorial. Okay, we already did that. The galaxy is in turmoil, with factions waging war for total dominance. As an independent captain, you have the freedom to forge your own path, ally with whomever you choose, or strike out alone. Your primary goal is to upgrade and strengthen your fleet. I like that they actually used whomever correctly here. And for that, you'll need credits. Earn them by completing missions for factions, which grant rewards and reputation boosts, or by blowing up ships and looting wreckage. Alright? But be warned, attacking ships has consequences. Attacking a faction's vessels will lower your reputation with them and turn them into enemies. Pirates, by default, will be our enemies. Oh, they just said that here. Your interface includes various buttons at the top of the screen. Some will only be available when there are no hostile ships. Click on them to explore their functions. Most pages also feature a question mark in the corner. Which corner? I'm assuming it's going to be like top right or something. Explore the interface, tinker with your fleet, and carve your path to glory. The star is yours to conquer. Welcome aboard, Captain. We are the Iron Watch, an independent organization unaffiliated with any major faction. Our mission is to monitor the region for unusual activity, recruit and train promising individuals like you, and unite the sector in times of crisis. We've detected powerful vessels from outside the region, but the major factions are too consumed by their own conflicts to respond. Soon we will need your help to investigate these threats, but first you must prepare by mastering fleet command and management. To get you started, we've provided 2 ships along with a set of modules. Follow the instructions in the bottom left corner to get started. Oh, you're actually going to force me to a tutorial? I just said that it was cool that we wouldn't have to. Click the formation at the top of the screen. Click again to close it. Sure. Click the loadouts button. And equip or remove modules from your ship. Sure. So this is one of our ships, Aether, and then we have the Raven and ship 3 and 4. So here's lasers, missiles, laser, missile. You can have one of these. We'll make this one extra missile-y. Actually, we should probably pay more attention to energy generation. This one has more energy generation, so we'll give it extra lasers. Alright, we're done there. Equip or remove modules from your ship and upgrade them by combining modules. Equip one module and upgrade any module to continue. Alright, we need to upgrade. Do I just like drag it on top? Okay, so that's interesting. It stacked it together, right? You can, or not. I'm not sure what happened there, but that one tile held 2 lasers for a bit, so that would be a bug there. Pick the loadouts, equip or remove, and upgrade them by combining modules. That's what we tried to do. Maybe it's this one, but this one talks about sub-modules. Fill the slots with 2 modules to build a level 2. Okay. Drag and drop a sub-module onto the first slot in the module builder. Ensure all sub-modules are placed without any gaps. Requires 2 crystals. Build. Alright. And so this is the how your build a ship thing. You'll probably be staring at this screen a lot. Oh, I guess we could skip it. Alright. So maybe you can just get through the tutorial without having to do anything. Click the star map button at the top of the screen to view the map, and travel to another sector to proceed. I mean, I'm not sure we were quite ready to travel, but sure. Let's go to this yellow one, because I assume that's less threatening. These symbols... Oh, here is control... Oh, I know that's the controlling faction. I'd like to know who it is. Alright, well, let's just head this way, because it's yellow, and I assume orange is extra bad, comparatively. Click the station button at the top of the screen to buy and sell ships, trade modules. These are neutral. So these guys are just fighting each other, but they won't worry too much about me. Neutral ships can accidentally hit you, so if we should be okay because of shields. Well, we don't really have that many shields. Accept a freelance mission to continue. Alright, Dimension Station. I mean, I guess we'll see if this methodology is better than normal. Typically, you could just hover over something, and then you'd have all the text appear for it. But I have to actually click it for the text to appear. We're gonna, I don't know, defend the station, destroy all hostile ships. Easy. Oh, this number of jumps. Oh, complete before that number of jumps. All right. And they're all +1 reputation. I don't remember which location we're in. We're in EE 890. None of these are in this location. We have ZD, VG, and UK. Oh, show on map. Here's that. Okay. What does this mean? Go back or go to? VG. So that's 3 jumps away. This one was 2 jumps away. And this is 2 jumps away. We'll try Sector Assault. Destroy all hostile ships and the station in the sector. They claim it's easy, but destroying stations, typically in video games, is not the easiest thing to do. Let's try that. Can I just jump straight there? Unknown controlling faction. Yeah, I can. They decided to support me. Click the missions button at the top to view your active missions and check your reputation with factions. Complete the mission to advance. So you've got the Vanguard Coalition, it's the Circles, the Hegemony, that's the, looks like the cowl. Like, not cow as in moo, but cow as in a hood. Like Assassin's Creed cowl. Eclipse Syndicate. Alright, it's like crosshairs. I'm not sure I'll be able to remember all this. Nebula Concord is a star. That one makes sense. It looks like a star or nebula. A celestial body, we'll say. Can I have 2 different preferred ships? Yes, looks like we can. I I'd like you to prefer to attack this one, and why don't we just sort of tail it? See if that helps us fight. We've taken some hull damage on number 1, and number 2 is taking quite a bit of hull damage. I can also press H to look at the individual components that are getting smashed, so you may not want your laser and stuff on the far edges of your ship. I mean, unless you want that to protect more critical components, such as shields or something. But if we tail this guy, it looks like we might be able to take out his weapons faster. Now my allies finally taking some shots in. I would like to see the damage even without hull mode, but at least you can see where the weapons are. Are there presets? Control 1 and Control 2. Nope. I don't think so. 1, 2. Okay, yes, it just toggles it funny. Okay, yes, but it does have presets. Right now, it's both select that. If I press 2, it'll unselect that individual one. Though I'm not sure if it's because I did presets. Let's try making Control 3 happen. So we'll unselect both. Select this one now, Control 3, and now I'm going to press 3. Okay, so no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just by default, this is 1, this is 2. I mean, let's see if we can take this thing on. We can see the preset number right here, 1 and 2. Alright. Just chill here. I don't want to get too close to it. I mean, it looks like our lasers and missiles both have the range needed to hit it. Yeah, we can see that module. Oh, it's still firing! I was gonna say we can see that module get taken out, but... that must be the spacecraft I mentioned earlier. I don't know if these things will eventually disappear. Can I queue up things? Nope. Not with shift. How about control? You are now ready, Captain. Take on freelance missions from stations to earn credits, upgrade your fleet, and refine your loadouts. Grow stronger, and when the time comes, we'll reach out again. Oh, I can also speed up and slow down time with this. Plus, is this your way of trying to make like a mobile bar? I'm also trying... yeah, I can upgrade... I can change speed on the keyboard. Plus or the equal sign, okay. And then minus or minus sign. I think that's what that means. Okay. Well, I picked up a lot of things, but I guess some of it was maybe money or something. Probably these things, yeah. Alright. There's probably going to be a... well, primary slot. Okay. Spacecraft slot. Support slot. Engine slot. So this would be like a support. I assume I can't just pop it anywhere. Yeah, it's got to be in the support section. Okay. And let's take a look at how good the Laser 2 is comparatively to the Laser 1. This is 1.4 damage. 1.2. That's that. I'd rather have 2 lasers. Okay. As for the max energy usage, 4.3 per second. This one uses a bunch of energy. Continue to try to split. Can I press 2 here? Nope. So that would be nice. If the developer happens to watch this video. I should be able to press 1 and 2, just cycle between those 2 ships. Alright, I mean, that's probably not the optimal loadout, but this is just the demo. Okay. And the controlling faction is the Nebula Consortium. So do they... How do I... Okay, there we are. No, that's not Nebula Consortium. It was the Eclipse Syndicate. I'm assuming I fought pirates, though, because their reputation doesn't seem to have taken a hit, or at least not anything noticeable. Hegemony didn't really care too much that I helped him out. That is weird, though. I mean, we just took out a station. I guess it doesn't mean they own it. And this is probably locked because of demo. Alright, let's just travel back a bit. We'll go here. I'm not sure what these are. I mean, you would think gold bars in a fantasy game, maybe, but a space game? I don't know. Alright. How much would it cost to buy a ship? 5,000 bars for the most cheapest ship. And the most expensive ship, 17,000. I can sell mine for 5,000-ish. Alright, I guess I'm gonna look for probably first energy generation. Oh, I mean, I guess there's not that many differences. It's just better as you go further. Oh, minus the speed. Repair bot? That sounds pretty good. How do I repair without that? These would cost me 200 bucks each. So let's try buying this repair bot for 400 bucks and just see if that is way better. Double click to buy or sell. Yeah, that works. Okay, you can also decide how much of it you're going to repair. It's still at 103, so it hasn't really changed much. We may have to wait longer, of course. These are neutral, so we shouldn't worry too much about getting blasted. I mean, their stray shots will still hit us. If we're lucky, maybe we'll be able to swoop in and pick up things, but I don't know if you get loot if you weren't actually involved in that fight. So, like, if this dude flies past us, we'll just eat a few missiles. So let's fly back a bit. I don't like that the planet is kind of in the background like this. It makes you feel like you're trying to deliberately orbit the planet when it's really in the background. So as far as I know, I could probably activate the station from anywhere. Okay, yes, it is going down on that. So we are totally fine using... Hey, watch it. We are totally fine using the repair implements on their ship now that we purchased. So let's go ahead and spend our money on more ships. We'll buy this one. And then we'll slide a couple things around. So let me go through my ships really carefully and analyze everything. And I'll see you when we're done outfitting our ships. And repairing them. Okay, couple things. When that ship blew up, one of the neutrals, I got some money for him, even though I never fired a shot. You can go ahead and grab these and rotate them so you can fit them in nice Tetris-y positioning. I've gone ahead and tried to distribute my weapons to get a balanced max energy usage on each ship. And of course, we will need to buy an engine because buying this ship buying our new ship, the Scion, didn't come with its own engine. But it flies on its own already. It just doesn't fly faster. So we'll go ahead and just buy one of these. While you can double click to buy or sell, you cannot double click to equip modules. Can I even double click to unequip? No. I would like that as a feature. And you may wonder, like, well, what if it? I mean, just slot it somewhere. Just shove it. pick the work from the top left or whatever. If you had to worry about that. Okay. As for the missions, my feedback for this would be to not only have the fee, because this is just the fee for signing up. It is not the fee for teleporting or jump gating or whatever it's called. If we take a look at show and map. This one happens to be back to where we just did the fight, and it'll take 55 fee to get there. So two things I'd like to show is the total jump gate fee and how many jumps it takes to get there. It says complete before 4 jumps. That doesn't mean how far it is. It just means that's how long my time limit is. And this one is to the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to sign up for both defend station. Well, this one says normal. I'm not sure how they would rate difficulty. It may just be that normal means I might lose a ship. So we'll go and try it, though. It is the demo, so we should try to be more gung-ho about things. We're going to accept this one first. Take that one, and we're going to just... Nicely, the game does give you little stars here. We're going to teleport this way, and on our way back, we'll go to the other one. So this is back where we destroyed the station. This is just... So our enemy is pirates. So that was probably a pirate... I'm not sure which one. This one has 2 weapons, and this one has 2 weapons. Okay. Let's follow this one and preferably target that one. The repair drone will fly out behind our ship like this and just repair anybody. It doesn't repair just the ship that it's owned by, so that's good. I'll probably buy a lot of those. Oh, wow. This, Okay, never mind. I thought it was almost dead. That was his life bar. I was looking at that one. It's like, I was thinking I was about to die. So that's gold, 294. Wow, we got a lot. Okay. When the neutral ships are dying, I got like 20 bucks or something. Even though I did nothing in the battle. Let's go and follow that sucker, and we'll speed up time a bit. Alright, hey, there's a station here now. I don't know if there was a station there before. This is the Scion. Is everything the exact same as before? It might be. This is the Aether, and this is the Raven. So I haven't seen those yet, but it might just be dependent on what faction owns what places. So this is it's the Consortium or something, and so is that one. Those are all Consortium. I would like them color-coded in a way as well. Maybe they are, because it says it's showing up as blue, but let's see if that's just our reputation with these guys. Where is our rep? Right there, under missions. Maybe there's a better word for that then. So this is the Eclipse Syndicate, not the Consortium. Actually, there is nothing called the Consortium. Wait, why is their reputation with me? Why did it take a hit? Why is it looks like it's going towards the red? Yeah. Why? I just helped you guys out. No, not one attack. This is the Eclipse Syndicate. And I flew in, I did your mission for you, and it's a fine, whatever game. Alright, what do we get for modules? Looks like we'll go and buy one of these, and we'll buy this missile. I don't know if we have any swarmer missiles yet. I mean, we have the money. Might as well take down that one. Yeah, we're pretty much broke at this point. So let's see, who needs the energy the most? And just at a glance. We'll say you. You have the lowest energy capacity. Okay, so now you're kind of on par with the first one. As far as energy usage for these things, this one uses the less of these swarmer missiles. So we'll slap that one there, and... Right, we need to buy a lot more energy modules. That looks like it's going to hold us back a bit. Star map. So maybe the game is bugged that when you complete missions for people, they dislike you more. Oh, apparently this is the hostile. So I can understand Hegemony not liking me blowing up their ship. The previous era, I think, was pirates. But still. Well, let's just see what happens. Nowhere in here did it actually say that it was going to be the Hegemony. That would also be very important information for me. I can't see my health underneath that ship, but you can look at it over here. Alright, this one was the one rated as normal as well, and I can see us kind of having a little bit of problems with it. Thankfully, the station is very, very durable and will hold out until we're done here. Let's just line up behind it. Take shots. Maybe the station can take hits. Oh, I'm not sure I'm going to actually win this one. The station's already at half life, and we only destroyed one of the ships. Alright, just fire at whoever's closest for now. So how many of those swarm or missile fire? Let's see if we can count. It's taking a while for you to reload. 1, 2, 3, 3 missiles, 4, 5. Okay, I'll do some math. Try to figure out what's optimal play. Let's finish that one off. Okay, so I can understand the hegemony not liking me after this one. But yeah, I would say that it is essential for the player to know who they're going up against. Because very likely players are going to want to build up relationship with certain factions, and just it's nice that it flew in on me when the battle ended, and just hoping that it's not going to be the ones you're building relationship with is not good enough. All right, so we got a bunch of new items, and one of them was an energy core. Go ahead and slap that on this one. Yeah, I think showing bars here would also help out, just because, yes, I can sit down and calculate everything, and I would eventually, if we were to play this game for the longer term. I would just, like, calculate, okay, this energy usage is a percentage of my generation and a percentage of my capacity, and I'll try to figure out, because I wrote a whole calculator just for, if you look at my Final Fantasy Tactics, or no, not Fantasy, Ogre Battle Tactics one, I could look at an enemy and put it in my calculator, what equipment they had, and then it would draw from a database of equipment that I made, and then tell you what their base stats were. And I did this so that I could figure out who to recruit. So I'd look at a guy and say, oh, well, that guy has really high attack power. And I could tell, because at first it would look at all his current stats, and then subtract all the bonuses his equipment was giving. And also subtract the bonuses his class was giving. There's a lot of math put into it, and I was really, really proud of that spreadsheet. So I would do something like that for this game. But I would feel that if the developer was watching, I would suggest maybe having some sort of percentage or bar or something maybe more visual to represent, yes, this ship needs a bit more energy usage compared to the weapons you've put on it. So this is still the same faction. Oh, I think the Zephyr was not the same as before. It might have been. Yeah, I think the 242 sounds familiar on that. As for modules, this is shields. Yeah, we probably need at least one shield for each one. This is repair? Repair bot, yeah. Yeah. You can have the repair and take the repair. But that's right, it's a green, so it needs to go in the spacecraft slot. And you can't cycle through. I think you maybe only have 4 ships, maybe, not 5. You can't cycle through, which is a little odd. So not only can you not pick the ship by number, but you have to go a certain direction, which means 1 and 4 would be the most annoying ships to put things on. All right, so the first one is the Aether has the repair drones. We'll go and give the other ships the shields. Also, when I was buying these ships, did you tell me what? Okay, you do tell me a little bit about what's on it. It has 30 support slots, 11 primary slots. And the hangar capacity is probably the spacecraft slot. That makes sense there. What was the other thing? Primary support engine. Did you tell me what the engine slots are? I don't think you do. So I would say maybe have all that information available to the player and keep them in the same order. For example, we got speed, rotation speed, shield generation. If we take a look at our ship itself, it goes speed, shield capacity, shield regeneration. I don't know. I would just say keep everything in the same order, especially when you're looking at different kinds of weapons. We got damage, shield bonus damage, and so forth. Maybe have numbers down here. I don't know. I do feel that it's just really a bit wonky. I know that each thing can be different. This is a point defense against incoming missiles, so it wouldn't have the same variables or values as everything else. But it's just, I do feel like it's jumping all over the place. For example, this energy usage is all the way down here now, but for this one, it's all the way up here. And then you got 2 different damage values. I don't know why there's two different damage values. Like probably one is if the launcher hits a ship, perhaps by accident. Another one is if it hits the missile. I don't know. All right, so we bought some really good stuff out of this station. Perhaps little tabs here as well, so you can just jump straight to the thing you want. Or maybe move these tabs up here. I think that'd be a better user interface. So instead of module install and module builder over here, but install and builder below it. And then you could, not only that, then implement that as part of the tab feature where I can just click on, go to load up, ping it. Yeah, I'm just done. That was an odd sound effect, but it's kind of like that. All right, so the hegemony did not seem to care too much that I destroyed those ships, I suppose. And looks, maybe the Eclipse Syndicate likes me a little more for completing their objective. Maybe I was fighting the Eclipse Syndicate on that one mission, maybe the very first mission. All right, well, let's take a look at missions. Yeah, for me, it's I just really want to know where they are on the map, because that would make a big difference on how much I'm paying. So it's these two areas, and this sector assault, destroy all hostile ships and the station in the sector. That is 2 jumps away, so it's 100. But it does pay twice as much. We'll go and accept these 2 easy missions, and we'll fly back and forth between them. So we'll see if we end up fighting the pirates, or it says pirate hunt. Yeah, okay, yeah. Since even though there's a star here, and you could probably have more than one mission in an area, perhaps let the hover over it tell you what mission you're approaching, such as pirate hunt or defeat the station. Okay, I think I was already on attack. I clicked attack because I wanted my guys to go fly to them and attack them. Okay, let's go and speed up. Alright, and I don't even have to fly to the station, but we're going to go ahead and do so anyways. What is this? Oh, yeah, let's get a fighter. We don't have any of those yet. I need the energy thing more than I need. Well, I mean, what if I had just a very powerful Alpha Strike? That's tempting. All right, we'll go and buy a couple more Swarmer missiles. Well, only one here, but we'll try to have each ship outfitted with 1 Swarmer missile. The premise, not that I'm saying it works this way, but the premise is we will try to use the Swarmer missiles to knock out the point defense lasers. I mean, occupy the point defense lasers, and then these will also. These are better bang for the buck, assuming that this works the way I think it does. The Swarmer missiles, we counted 5. This will be 5 times 0.5. That would be 2.5 damage to the hull. This one does 2.5 damage to the hull by itself. But the energy usage is only half. So this is better for the long haul. But this might be good for just working your way past the point defense. That's the thought. I'm not sure it works out that way, but that's the thought. I really like the customization module stuff. I do feel the user interface is really, really, really needing work. Like, you've got a good package here, but the package looks like, I don't want to be mean. I really don't want to be mean. There's another game I played that was called Drox Operative, and the most common complaint about that game was the user interface is bad. And that stands to reason, because this is the same user interface as a game I was playing in 1998-ish, because it's done by the same company, Soldeck Entertainment, I believe. So they're using the same interface for everything. And it doesn't necessarily translate from one game to another that easily, right? They went from a game with covenants and alliances or whatnot. It's RPG Diablo style. We're repairing while I'm talking. And then it went to Zombicide, so it became a survival alliance-based Diablo game. And then it went to Drox Operative, where it became a game like this in space. Now, what I'm playing is just the demo. Of course, I always leave a Steam link in the description below. And we're fully repaired. Can't afford any new ships yet. These payouts are really, really minuscule comparatively. Pirate hunt. Yeah, I think I'll just probably do a lot of pirate hunts. Where is this going to be? back there. And what is sector assault? Can I get more than one mission in the same spot? That would be nice. Probably, well, I mean, it says complete before, so maybe I could squeeze that in. Complete before 3 jumps for this one. Show on map. Well, that's kind of nice I can do that. So we're going to try to get a second mission in that spot or something. Well, hold on. Let's go to this one. Yeah, let's go to that one first. Well, you won't just let me teleport there? I have to actually go to star map myself and click on it? That's wonky. Alright, we gotta go back up to 4 times speed when we were ready. Can I right click that? Nope. Just gotta follow the arrow. More shields, yeah. So what more shields than that? Well, okay, we'll want at least a 4th one, so that way I can move it over to a, let's see here, energy usage. Okay, we'll put it on so that way I can move it to the new ship when we eventually buy one. I think that sounds reasonable. Sector assault. This one's within 23 jumps. Jeez. You would allow me to jump through those to get there? Let me see. Star map. Let's click on star map. Yeah, I guess so. That's to the left. Now this is red. This is blue. I don't know what the colors indicate. I guess we could eventually figure that out. Maybe blue does turn out to be... Did it go back down? The hegemony went down. Why? Why did it go down? The hegemony was absolutely in the middle before. But I've only done 2 pirate missions. Maybe it doesn't update till you leave the area. I don't know. Maybe perhaps that's it. Or perhaps they just don't like you working with the Eclipse, which makes sense because these factions were fighting each other. But definitely, since this is a game mechanic here, the player should be advised as to what decision they're making, what consequences that has for that. All right, let's see. This was over there. We would go here. That'd be 1, 2, 3 jumps. It says complete before 3 jumps. I assume that would fail. I mean, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. So I'm going to accept this one. Yeah, I'm going to accept it. And we're going to just jump over here. So we will get there on the 3rd jump is what's going to happen. Actually, let's fly back towards the station. Yeah, for demo purposes, my first order of business is just to get 4 ships. I'm not going to care too much what they are right now. I just want 4 ships. We may just end up having Eclipse. I'm assuming each faction has its own set of ships as well. So no, those are their repair drones. You're repairing the one we destroyed? I wonder if they can actually put it back together. Because it hasn't disappeared yet. Pick up the loot. This is just the fighters left. I think we should automatically win. Don't see anybody else. Oh, 2 more appeared. I don't know if they warped in. They may have. Okay, let's speed up time and let them head to us. We'll take up positions way behind the station. Not that I'm scared, but I might as well not take the damage. One of the things I think, because it's not really the hotkey methodology, when I press 2 to select only 2, it actually deselects 2 specifically because I've already got multiple selected. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to line up my ships. Let's go to formation. We'll just go ahead and make a conga line. There we go. How's that? Will you guys do that? Pretty much. You guys are you guys gonna make it over here? No, you're. Come on, you're attacking. Fine, whatever. That should not be a thing. If they are attacking, they should go to the station. They shouldn't just camp out. Or they should run away if they decide that they can't defeat me. Like, make them act like an individual would in that situation. Either run away or make the assault. I don't know if it's really necessary to make these little things drop. Maybe there's going to be other ways we get those drops to happen, but just have it immediately issued to the player instead of having to go pick it up. More energy? Yes, we absolutely want that. You don't have one of these yet. That sound effect is a little weird. Okay, it is different depending on where you put it, but it is a little bit weird. I think it should make a sound effect depending on what instrument it is. So if it's a missile, maybe it makes it sound like it's clicking into place as the missiles prime themselves. If it's lasers, you can maybe hear a charging sound as it goes. All right, let's see here. Missions. This is gonna be. Hey, it's gonna be a. Wait, no, that's my mission. Never mind. Station missions. I did think it was weird that it was only one. All right, and pirate hunt. We'll go ahead and accept that one as well. And this is going to be one step away. So I did want to find out what's back in this direction. So we're going to go ahead and accept that one. So we're going to eventually we're now veering away from the area we were in. See, and we bought everything we wanted. So let's go ahead and teleport. Yeah, the sound effect's a little weird. I feel like it's not. I feel like that would not be the sound effect of my ships being told to go to a location. Oh, come on. All right, I'm gonna need like some extra long range weapons one day. Let's send the Aether by itself because it does have. You do have a fighter loadout, right? Didn't I give you one for? Oh, I can't change my modules. But hold on. So I can understand you not allowing me to change my loadout or modules in the middle of a battle. Then why do you even have the ship blew up and it's dropping modules? Just give the player the loot because they can't equip it in the middle of the fight anyways. All right, anyways, I think this one has a fighter on it. It's the only one with spacecraft stuff. I just don't remember if I actually bought the hangar. Let's see if we can lure them in. I didn't think it would work because they looked like they were kind of just patrolling their own spot. All right, whatever. Oh, there's other ways you can move ships. I'll show you in a second once we're done here. In fact, why don't we do it now? Because the Raven looks like it's... Oh, that's not the one. This is the Raven. Let's send that one back. In fact, why don't we just go back and repair? Might as well. If they're not coming to me, I might as well just take a moment to repair more. Give me that. Alright, so another way you can move things, I think this is cool. You'll notice I have these guys selected, but if I want to quickly do this one, I can just supposedly left-click him and drag him. Yeah. Now, you can't orient them by doing this unless you make them stop to where they were going to be. Just needed some real quick repairs. Yeah, that's pretty much what will happen. I'm assuming that's going to use up my energy, so let's just get him to stop for a second. Okay, you cannot click on these arrows to jump to that thing. What are you doing all the way over there? The ally repair bot does not repair me. That should be a thing. The allied repair forces should repair your ships as well. All right, once we're topped off, we'll head in because I almost lost the Raven on that one. Alright, let's move on in. And when getting the Raven away, I probably should have enabled my thrusters. Now that was the most zoomed out I could be. I feel like I used to be able to zoom out as far as at least the maximum range. Oh, did the game just crash? I think the game crashed. I don't know how often the game saves. I'm going to be really disappointed if the game... Alright, let me restart the application. Okay, let's try continue and see what happens. It didn't keep our purchase modules. I don't know if they get randomized, but the missions are different. If we take a look at missions here, we can see that there's 4. Now, I don't remember specifically what we have picked up. I don't remember there being 4. That one goes back up. We don't want that one. This one goes straight past it. We definitely don't want that. Yeah, we'll take the second one. And that one goes downward. Yeah, so we're definitely... The missions definitely got changed, but the loadout, I'm not sure if it retained or if we just coincidentally got similar objects again. I don't know what that was about. But the game did at least save. As I was trying to set... oh man, now we're fighting the Vanguard. I think we were fighting pirates before, but alright. Anyways, I would like to be able to zoom out as far as the maximum range of our weapons and then some. There's so many games have a long-range weapon, but you can never see the max. I can understand if it's a turn-based game, so that you would expect like there not to be that necessary of fine camera control. But for a real-time game, you definitely should. Let's go and speed things up. This mission is worse off than the one I had before, because the one before was pirates. That's all I would want to fight. I wouldn't want to fight any of these other factions, because I'm doing work for the factions. I'm trying to make them friendly to me. I don't know what that will do, but that's what I would want. Okay, everything just flies in at the end of the battle. Wow, I got a lot of missiles from defeating those guys. And I understand that each faction will probably have things that they drop. I get that. I still would want to be allied with all of them, if I could. If I want 2 for each, I'll need another one of these. Sure, let's just go ahead. I have a little bit of cash. Under station, I would like to be able to see who owns it. This is still my assumption is that if I see the Scion, it's going to be the Eclipse, the people we've been working with. Still, I just want to know who owns it. Maybe like on the station itself or something. Right, that one goes back. We don't want that one. This one goes back as well. We don't want that. Goes up there. Goes back. Were 2 of them going to the same place? No. Okay. We have one mission that says before 1 jump, so let's see if that one stays. We bought everything we wanted. Do we want more point defense? Yeah, we probably do. Let's go ahead. There was no real logic to how I placed them. I just slapped them on ships right there. And this did manage to maintain its hold on 1 second. Okay, this is hostile, this is friendly. Okay, so orange ships are friendly. That's the one that warped in behind me. Maybe on sector assaults they will always have friendly ships warping in, perhaps. But I think there was one sector assault where I did it on my own. Let's go ahead and follow that one since he kind of offered himself up to me. just realized there's no music. Yeah, there's no point for me to go pick them up unless it's going to fade away and screw the player over. In which case, the developer hates the player. That's the only way I can interpret that. So since I can't change my loadout, I might as well just give it to the player. The only change might be if you were to flee. Can I even flee if I wanted to? Maybe. It looks like I might be able to just jump out. But then it's still, that's a good trade-off. Then you worry that the player would just automatically pick up the loot and flee. Go ahead. Just do that for the player. Don't make your game so mired in what might be realistic that it's not fun by doing so. I mean, this is a game with spaceships and lasers and such. Maybe you have a way to tractor beam in the components. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You can rationalize it however you want. All right. A swarmer missile. You can take that one. And then that sound effect makes me think I didn't place it right. So that was maybe the blue sector. Well, no, why is it white? Maybe not, because their ships are orange. Okay. So the Vanguard Coalition, we can see it's just a tiny scooch to the left. We're going to see if it moved a bit more when we warp out. But if the Eclipse Syndicate is blue on the star map, then it'll be nice if their ships are blue. I don't know what this is. I don't know why that's like that. But I don't see like a orange star in the background here. And the Eclipse Syndicate is obviously orange and in their color scheme here. So I don't know. We'll see. Would warp on over here just out of curiosity. I just wanted to see the cost. This is going to be controlled by the Circle. Was that the faction we just fought? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's warp on over. Hi, just blew up the station and about 2 of your ships. We're friendly, though. Got some pirates in the area. Get some free kills. I don't think this should be... I mean, I can't rationalize this. If you want to talk about, like, unrealistic implements about picking up items and stuff. Wait, did you guys just attack me? Why? That was... Hold on. What happened there? I don't... No, seriously. I don't feel that... Maybe too many of my stray shots did hit them, but I don't think so, because I was over here and they were over here. Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to go to main menu, just see what happens, where we go back to. And then continue. Since we know that there is actually some sort of saves. It's the Vanguard Coalition. Oh, these guys are just fighting each other now. That's fine. They sell the Falcon, the Halcyon, and this is the big ship we saw, the Nova. Okay. I'm sure that there is probably like a meta that we could come up with, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I just want ships. We'll go and take on this one. Right? So should I worry about it? Nah, let's just go ahead and buy the ship. Can I buy more? It doesn't say I can't. Okay, there is no clicking over here. So like I'm clicking right now. Before we bought the Falcon, it said ship 4. All right, let's go and take off a couple of these things that we... You keep that. Take that, take that. Just kind of divvy up the loot. All right, we need to peel off a couple more weapons. Yeah, I would really like to be able to just double click and slap it on. Now, again, I could always upgrade these, but overall, if we take a look at the comparison damage for Laser 2, 1.4 damage at a cost of 0.9 versus a regular laser, which is cost of 0.8 for 1.2 damage. So it raised energy usage by 0.1 and damage by 0.2. So I feel like at the moment, while I have plenty of slots, I would rather have multiple different weapons. Gonna need a new engine for them, and I think we'll buy as this every time we see it. The energy component thing. There you go. He's still mega slow comparatively to my other stuff. Is this a different rating, or is it just overall faster? Not just overall faster. Alright, we may just go for strictly pirate hunt only missions. This one says hard, though. I wonder if it did that because I bought a new ship. Where is that at? Yeah, I definitely want to know where things are. Alright, star map. This is going to be VG. So do I see a VG? No. So I might as well just accept this pirate hunt. That says hard. It may mean we lose ships. I don't want it to mean that, but it might mean this. Yeah, let's warp here on the way. I would like to, continue to go shopping. Get hostiles in the area, so I cannot shop. I'm guessing last time I must have hit one of these ships or something. But this does not seem like a friendly action to me. I mean, we are neutral, sure, I suppose. Yeah, I don't like the beeping. It's just way too many beepings. Hey, beep, 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 beep. It's not necessary. Alright, who really wants a shield? Shield capacity 15. Do we even have shields without it? Shield regenerate. Okay, so you have absolutely zero capacity on your own. But your regeneration does change a little bit. Alright, and we had some really slow ships. Let's see, where's that? Where does it show my engine speed? Thought it showed it somewhere. Maybe I was confusing it for something else. Oh, there it is, right there. Why did I have trouble seeing that? All right, 7.8. Okay, I guess it wasn't as slow. I thought I had a really slow ship somewhere. Downward and way out there. No. All right, we're gonna go on the hard mission now. This is let's make sure we're repaired first. Can I overlap it all? I don't see why not. But the game won't. Game doesn't like it. Let's get ourselves topped off. All right. I don't know what these are for. Oh, for upgrading your missiles and stuff. Or I'm not. You're combining your weapons and such. That's what that's for. All right. Let's try this. We have an ally. That'll help out a little bit. They're not moving in, so maybe it doesn't help out at all. Yeah, need more point defense. Some of the shots are going in. I might make a ship strictly like stand in the front and be massive point defense. I don't know. It sounds cool it sounds cool in theory, but realistically, it's not practical, nor is it probably optimal. Yeah, I kind of figured there'd be reinforcements. 2 seemed way too easy, but they didn't fly towards me, so I guess we could have gotten closer in the beginning. I would like to be able to right-click and hold, and then get my guys to orient whichever direction the formation dictates. That's how Myth used to do it. Myth, not Mist, like Myth 2 Soul Blazer. I'm not taking much of a beating at this range. I mean, this ship has a lot of front damage, but I think we're overall fine. I mean, if they're not going to advance to me, it just means I can repair. Jeez, that's far. I can right-click my ship just to zoom in on them. I see these cones. I wonder if that means my lasers pointed on one side of my ship will only shoot in that direction. I hope not. I just assumed that your lasers and stuff would all automatically turn to face whatever enemy you're dealing with. I'd like to be able to see their name, like what kind of ship it is, in case I said, like, oh, I want one of those ships. You got, obviously, so many different kinds of ships. There's 4 factions, and it does look like each faction has its own type of ships, or brand of ships. So, yeah, it just seems like it'd be cool to know, hey, what's going on there? Alright, let's see what treasures we got. We got shields. Alright. Well, that one took a beating. The Raven, I remember almost dying once. I don't know if it had 2 shields back then. And these... Let's see, we have a Scion and a Falcon. So no, we don't have a duplicate of any ship right now, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. We survived a hard mission. We'll do a couple missions in this area then. Star map. PZ or VG? Nope. Oh, here's APZ, but that's over there. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's a $400 cost just to do all of that. This one's very good money. Just 2 to the right. Oh, jeez. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back either. So we'll just not take any missions this time. Sure, let's buy more shields. Yeah, I would like to be able to just cycle through, for sure. Let me check something out of curiosity. I don't think it is, but reputation. Yeah, the Vanguard, and I understand the entire star map might be checker patterned, but Vanguard is the northwest of those star map stuff, and the Eclipse is in the northeast. So these are the Eclipse, and these are the what is it again? The Vanguard Coalition. I mean, it probably changes the further out you go as well, but yeah, that's another Falcon. You know, let's go get another point defense laser, because I did see us eating a couple missiles there. Okay, I filled up our craft. Now it's time to start combining when we, there we go, that looks nice. It's time to start combining as we buy more greens. We don't have enough energy to maintain what we're doing though, which is why I said we gotta absolutely buy more of these reds when we see these energy cores when we see them. Missions. Yeah, we'll take that one for sure. Nope. Yeah, maybe. And nah. All right. Active mission within 5 jumps, so I can easily just hop back and take care of this one. Yeah, you can easily hop back and take care of that one. I don't know who's going to attack you. Let's find out. It is pirates. That's good. And that looks like my ship right there, which is going to be a Falcon. Yep, just eat the missiles. Okay, I don't see anything that was in the area necessarily. Yeah, we'll take this one too. We got a lot of points. Wow, that's obscene. But yeah, let's do it. How much? Now it says max energy usage. You have to keep in mind that I'm not going to be firing point defense all day long. It's just whenever the missiles come in. So even though this is getting astronomically high, I'm not going to be too worried about it. All right, energy generation. It's all about equal. Load up this one next. Fly back this way, I suppose. Did I even... I'm not sure I bought it. Looked at the modules that were available there. PZ. Nope. Nah, we're good. And we don't need any modules here, so we'll fly to the next area. We're starting to be a capable force handling the small missions. Pretty soon we'll have enough money to just pawn off one of our ships and then upgrade it to a bigger class. We have 2 shields for every ship already, so I don't think we need to buy another shield. Maybe energy usage is 0.1. You know what? Let's go ahead and just buy more shields. I like shields. Just trying to balance out my energy usage there. Everybody has 3 shields, yes? Yeah. Let's go and slap on a 4th. And then we're going to need to upgrade one. So this will be our first upgrade since the tutorial. Slap one in the top. Can I double click from here? Probably not. No. Press 2. What if I do a 3rd? Becomes a repair bot 3. Okay, I just want to test something real fast. If I grab these and this. Oh. Weird. Becomes a laser 2. Does not become a laser 3. So I just broke it up, but I don't get my money back for that because I broke it. That's weird. I heard a ting, so I don't know if that meant I got my stuff back. Let's try going back to menu. I don't like that. So we had 88 when we still 88. It's still broken. Okay, game. I don't understand necessarily. This does not become a laser 3. Fill the slots with 2 sub to build a level 3. Fill with 4. Okay, so we need a 4th one. Yeah, if I had specifically known that, I don't know. I wasn't sure we could get anything from that. 3 to build a level 3. So I assume that there's no 4. I don't. I guess it's going to specifically say only what you can build. Let's double check. No. So that didn't actually combine it into something smaller. It just makes it harder to fit into your ship. But let's see. Repair bot 3 has slightly more speed. It does not repair as well, though. It does 1.1 hull repair right now. But if I had 3 of them, it would do 1.5 repair. Why would I ever want to upgrade? We'll leave it alone for right now, but I feel like I got cheated on that. Let's try these. 3 submodules for this one as well. Oh, you can even see what the difference is going to be. I mean, sure, let's just go ahead. So this is 13 hull damage, that's 9. I feel like upgrading just makes it worse. I don't see the advantage. Yeah, there's marginally faster, but I don't think that's good for me. Alright, well, anyways, I kind of screwed up by detaching my lasers, but that's fine. We'll be okay. Don't really need to have bought that. Does this one have a swarmer? We have one there, one there. Yeah, everybody has at least one swarmer. That's good. That's really all I wanted. Ooh, we can get 2. Okay, this will be the first one we get 2 in one area. Oh, no, that's my... Shh. I keep doing that. Keep selecting my missions and thinking that it's a new one. This is within 13 jumps. I don't know. Well, it is a pirate one. It's very likely that they'd be the only way you can do missions without making people mad at you. Hegemony is still getting much more mad, but I'm getting a little bit of relationship with Vanguard. I don't know why Hegemony's getting so mad at me. I'm only fighting pirates, aren't I? Have I fought Hegemony lately? Unfortunately, I don't remember. My shield's held up pretty well. Well, I guess I took some hull damage nonetheless, though. So it's not that the blue has to be fully depleted. Maybe it's the percentage of damage that's absorbed. But the lasers themselves says shield damage, not penetration. Oh, that fighter didn't stand a chance. Pirate Hunt to the left. Pirate Hunt back. We'll take this one. Sector Assault. Downward and... No, can't do both. We'll be alright. I don't think we need anything from here. Alright, this might be all the game has in it at the moment for the demo. But we'll continue ferrying around and doing stuff. Let me at least get to the other two factions, I suppose. I like having the more complex moduling system over Drox Operative and having the fleet available. However, there's definitely some user interface problems that need to be addressed. But having a fleet is definitely a plus. I think Drox Operative, you only had the one ship. It was a super ship, but it was the one ship. Where's the rest? I'm looking for red. Oh, it's right there, buried in my user interface, in fact. Perhaps have the arrow stop when it reaches, like a collision when it reaches any of the HUD displays. I think that would be also useful. So if there's stuff at the bottom left, it's like stop here or something. I'm pretty rich. So what we'll probably do is once I see every place, I'll stop the recording, calculate what ships I want to buy, and then start getting the highest class capital ships of that area or something. Just making sure I get it and it doesn't disappear on me or something. I do think it's stupid we have to chase down the little fighter. That's absolutely not necessary. Just have them attempt to flee or warp out or something if you don't want the player to automatically get rewarded for destroying them. So let me make sure that my video footage has a bit of each of these so that I can take a look at it. This might be bad. I just gotta double check something. Yeah, I have to detach it through this. I'm assuming that I can't get more. Like, the reason why I put the level 2 thing and dismantled it was because I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I can combine 2 level 2s to get something higher. That's why. Otherwise, I feel like there's almost no point to this. And I was also trying to compare why I would ever want to try to combine 2s, because if I needed 2 2s to get to a 3, which is normal in certain games, but I needed only 3 1s to get a 3, I was trying to figure out, like, what's the difference here? But no, it wasn't actually going to combine 2 2s. Alright, well, let's go and stick more lasers there. This one's almost full. Do we need more engines? I mean, we have engine spots open that aren't being used by anything. We absolutely want that. The energy loadout thing. Okay, this one probably, wait, this one has 2. Do they all have 2? Max generation 2.6. They don't all have 2 now. Okay. Try to divvy that up. As for speed, they're all about the same amount of speed, so you can have it. Missions. Keep hearing the Metal Slug missions start in my head when I say missions. Defend the station? Nah. Got some orange here. So is orange the Vanguard? I think that's a little weird that their color on the star map is not necessary. So let's see if this enters a new... currently we are facing the Vanguard. Let's head over here and... Oh, it even tells you... Yeah, that's right. It tells you who owns it. Yeah, so that might be the color, but their star map color is not their ship color. And there's no reason why it couldn't have their controlling faction be colored in any of those things. I see the save icon. Like, if we take a look at reputation, just show that. Unless the color is how much they like you, but it shouldn't be, because if the Vanguard is already kind of liking me, they're already orange. Whereas we're flying into the hegemony and they're yellow. I think that's who we're flying into. Right? Yeah, that's the hegemony, the cowl. Alright, so we got some neutral forces, nothing that we need to worry about, but we'll just go ahead and fly away so we don't get shot up. And here are the new ships. Let me make sure I get this on footage. I feel like the shields are really the way to go, but maybe everything should at least have one of these. Mission. Way back. North. Down. Well, let's see. How many jumps do we have for this one we have? It's 10 jumps. We have enough time. We'll accept it. And perhaps since you have so much room free somewhere, just show the mini-map of the star map. That would also be excellent. Just trying to decide if that was really the jump we needed to make. Camera angle should not be zoomed in necessarily. I think you should keep the same camera zoom in level when you warp. I can understand slowing the time back down to 1, but don't make me zoom out every time. We're going to fly off past these and see if we get them. See if they fly towards us, or if they just disappear. Of course, I will probably be killing these guys pretty fast, so... Here they come. Alright, this is the same as before, I think. Nope, I didn't track on the right spot. So we need one more chaff, at least. This has 5-point defense. This has 4-point defense. I feel like we could probably try to just wait until we find more. I'm not so urgently in need of it that I should just necessarily go running around buying it. How much are these big ships anyways? Like 20,000, right? I can actually afford the big ships. Yeah. We're going to wait till I see what all of them are like. So we've already visited 3 different places. Factions, that is. Pirate hunt back north. We'll take the pirate hunt. We should still have time, right? 9 jumps. Yeah, we still got time. Forget that it's faster. I bet it slows down time when we arrive. Absolutely want that. 4 shields, 3 shields, 3 shields, 4 shields. Left, down. I think we're okay for right now. We do eventually have to get back to that place. I didn't want to warp out just yet until we picked up all our loot. Pairing, we're good. That we find on its own. Oh, got a lot of engines from that. How many jumps? 13? Yeah, well, I think we'll accept that one. Even though it's a sector, so it means that we're going to probably kill non-pirates. That is taking me in a direction I want to go. Even though we're attacking the people I want to work with. That this is just the most effective or efficient way, because I want to see who's in the bottom right. I mean, we can figure it out by process of elimination, but I mean... Well, the point defense lasers are definitely shooting him, since we are getting that close. It's probably not economical, but I'll also calculate that once I figure out what ships I want to buy. See, I told you we wouldn't have to worry about grabbing more point defense lasers. We were going to find a bunch. These are not balanced in the slightest. I'm just mostly slapping on for that round. Oh, that's the one we already accepted. Okay, that's on the way. It's not on the way. Not on the way. Sort of on the way. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we'll do this sector assault. Yes. We need more. We have enough. 1, 2, 3. We don't have one for you, so we'll go and get that one. Okay, that one's good. I mean, it's sort of there. We'll take it. Oh, that's not it. We're not at the station, because, bad guys. I feel like the missiles hit way more often than the lasers do, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, let's slow down time a little bit and try to watch this next kill. Since we got money spirits and we're filling up on our primary weapon slots, it's time to really think about being picky. It might just be that I have way more missiles than lasers, but I feel like my lasers are not hitting the targets. Whereas my missiles do some minor tracking and will hit the targets. More often than not. I can't tell at these ranges. You're in my face. I've started becoming accustomed to the fact if I don't see it, it's probably buried behind my objectives. That's not a good thing to assume. Man, you're far. There's no reason for that either. So we did lose some shield. I think I saw them just a little bit down. I would have assumed that shields go all the way before you take hull damage. Make sure I get all the loot. That's a little weird. That should be it. Don't really need to buy those. We're getting plenty at the moment. And I'm not even activating the thruster, so I'm not even sure we're actually any faster. I can test that in a minute. Actually, here, let me just test that now. Alright, number 3 doesn't have the thing, but it looks like, unless they're trying to stay in formation, which I don't think they are, number 3 is just keeping up with everybody. Okay, maybe not anymore. So it might be that the game calculates your speed before you activate it. That's kind of interesting if that's the case. Let's... Alright, so this is default speed, times 1. Alright, let's click over here. Okay, he's slow now. Let's go ahead and slap on those things. If you wanted to super game it, I suppose you would equip a ship, and then tell it to go somewhere, and then remove it and equip the next ship and tell it to go somewhere. I don't think we're going to do it that badly, though. I'm not going to worry that much on it. Yeah, he's still going about as slow. So let's click and see if he catches up. I don't know. I mean, I think that is really what's happening. It's hard to tell at this pace. Alright, let me get some repairs in, and then we'll jump out. Alright, I took a look at the missions, and nothing really jumped out at me. Although this was orange before. I don't know what it is right now, because it's 2 jumps away. I can look at the footage later and see if it was the hegemony, or whoever the cowled people are. Let's see here, reputation. Yeah, it was the hegemony. I mean, I'm saying the cowled people are the... What? Sector assault, that's right. That's what we're doing. I was gonna say, whoops, I'm shooting at people I don't need to shoot, but no, I do need to shoot these guys. Wait, so these guys are also orange. I mean, kind of more tannish, I suppose. I wonder if I can analyze carefully what the enemy uses. Is it the same each time, or is it randomized? It looks like it's at least different. So like this one is different than this. No, they're different ships. Okay, next time we fight a couple pirates of the exact same class or type, we'll look at that. And if I wanted to, I could exit out and then hop back in. There should be a station, but this is okay. We're full on that. Okay, we're full there too. You're the only one with the room left. Orange, maybe that's always going to be orange-ish. One of the things that Drox Operative has more of is different types of missions. And I really like building relationships with people in that game. I don't know, maybe it's just that I don't have any real friends. But yeah, even when I would play Civ, I would like to try to make AI my friends. I don't know, that's just the way I play. And that's one of the reasons why I always kind of didn't like the fact that Civs really played against the human player. It's not sour grapes. It's not. It's that was something that the AI would do. If let's say that there were 4 players in the map, 3 of them were AI, they, while you can befriend them, they tend to gang up on the human. Again, this is not me trying to say like, hey, can't handle it. No, because here's what could happen. You could test this out. So let's say that you're American. That's your nationality in Civ 4 or Civ 3 or whatever. It was one of the Civ games, maybe all of them. But and then you decide, you know what? I'm just gonna hop on over to the French. Well, then everybody, and maybe you just pass your turn, in your turn, and then they would start hating you. Even though if you went back to the original timeline where you're the Americans and you would just pass it in your turn, sure, the French are going to be doing stuff, but that would not typically make the relationship different. Like they might build, I don't know, Statue of Liberty or something. That's not going to make everybody love them, right? So they would not break off their alliances and declare war on the French eventually just because the French are playing. That's what I mean, is you could just hop to another civilization and then they would immediately take on new relationships with you because you're human. That sucks. All right, found a bunch of chaff. We almost don't even have to worry about missiles, I assume. Well, I actually haven't really watched to see how good those are. Let's go ahead and buy more shields. I don't actually know what this does. I see myself taking hull damage, but I don't see my shields disappearing completely or anything like that. There's a green. It's a nice, comforting color. So these 2 oranges are the circle, these 2 yellows are the cowl, and this green is the Nebula Concord. I mean, we have a lot of relationship with the Vanguard Coalition. We started balancing ourselves out with the Hegemony and Eclipse. I'm a little bit down on this one. I'd like to try to get one of these up to higher relationships. So we might, after I buy out my new ships, whatever they may be, we may head back to the Vanguard Coalition and just get more relationship with them. So we're closer on that one. Deep inside that area, to the left. We don't want to go that way. Left and down. So we may consider this one. I mean, I don't want it to hop back out. We'll go ahead and do it. It's fine. It's probably still going to be the Nebula Corporation or whatever it is. Coalition? Nebula something. Friendly with the Hegemony. Or who are they again? I just want to make sure. Yeah, this is Hegemony. I'm getting the names mixed up in my head, but that is the Hegemony. And we are fighting the Nebula Concord, which is fine. I did mention before that we're deliberately going to attack the people that we're trying to go into the territory of. But that was just the mission that I happened to accept, because I wanted to take on a mission that led me in that direction. So obviously the faction that I'm at, the only missions they will have going in that direction will be attack it. Why did it go down? I'm pretty sure we were like spot in the middle before. This hasn't changed any yet. We'll see if it continues to stay the same as we fly out. I don't know if it updates only when you enter a star map or something. Yeah, it went down now. It wasn't before. But this is still going down. I think that's a little bit more further down than it was before. That's a cool looking pirate ship. Hopefully it doesn't eat me. We're winning pretty badly on it. What do you have? I'm guessing 3 missiles and 2 lasers. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel... How do I phrase this? Since I watched that one ship earlier in the game continue to fire weapons from cells we destroyed, I don't know if it matters what things are what. But again, it's demo. Maybe that is something that is in the plans where you take damage, say your lasers are at the front of the ship, you take damage there, it doesn't work anymore. That's what I thought was going to be happening. So this is the Nebula. Taking a look at this, I'm going to make sure we have recorded. We started with the Raven and the Aether. So I guess our original starting ships were Nebula Corporation. Pretty slow, maybe. Not sure. I'm going to go ahead and start calculating all this stuff now. We got nothing out of that, killing that big ship. Lame. We have plenty of engine spots open, so let's just go ahead and grab some more. And give me a bit here. I'm going to go calculate those ships and figure out what kind of ships I want. Okay, this is the list of all of the ships. Read in order from top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right faction, Nebula Concord being in the bottom right side of the screen. And if we sort by cost, we can see that the Vanguard Coalition and the Nebula Concord, Nova, and Eclipse, respectively, have really the most support slots comparatively. And of course, there's a giant jump in the Nova or versus Eclipse for hangar capacity. The others maybe have slightly higher hull or perhaps slightly faster speed. Yeah, we're going to go with the Nova, probably for all 4 ships. And as far as this color scheme, that's not my color scheme. I basically used the eyedropper tool in my drawing programs and extracted the color from while I was playing. The background color is what the star map shows that faction to be, and then the text color is, I guess, perhaps the most representative color I could get from that faction, like from their flying ships. You might remember that the Hegemony and the Eclipse Syndicate both have orange ships. This one actually was a lot closer to the background, so I picked a different shade of brown. But otherwise, this is pretty much the colors they're represented with in the game. Nebula Concord is the only one with a consistent color pattern. But for example, the Vanguard were blue ships, and on the Nebula map or the star map, they are bright orange. So we need to get to where the Nova is at. That's going to be the Vanguard Coalition. That's going to be the top right. So we're going to buy, I probably have enough money for 4 Novas. We're going to go sail to the east, and we're going to work our way back north and buy as many Novas as we can afford. I guess there's just 2 Novas. I'm not as rich as I thought I was. But 2 Novas is still probably a very capable armada. I've gone ahead and also refitted our ships to be more balanced across the board. Nobody has any specialties other than the first ship, our Aether, having all the drones or spiders. I also calculated all the weapons. I think I want to be mostly missiles. Missiles seem to have the greatest range, but I'll take anything, really. Oh yeah, fast forward. I was working on that spreadsheet for a while, so I just kind of forget what I was working on. You can see that my energy just sort of depleted itself there. We definitely need more energy. Get some chaff. We're not going to worry too much about equipping that, but we'll go ahead and slide on some more shields. There you go. Wait, did we just assault ourselves? Oh no, that must have been from earlier. Not ourselves, but I thought I had probably accepted that mission from here, but I don't think I did. Let's go ahead and continue to sail. Bunch of neutral ships. I'm just going to end up getting shot, so let's just back up as we think about doing our shopping. So do we need more shield? I mean, yeah, take shields, we'll take energy for sure. Missiles, we're going to get as many of those as we can find. We already destroyed the thing, but they want us to go ahead and defend a new station. It's not kept. I don't know if you would keep assaulting a place if you could eventually flip it. I'm guessing so, because these are unknown corporations or entities that are more than two or more jumps away. So it might very well be the case. None of these are in the direction I want to go, so we're just going to go fly north. And we might be able to get some discounts by doing missions for these guys. Let's see, when we take a look at modules, you can see, hey, is there a discount? 0 right now. Go ahead and slap these in. I'm not going to fine tune it right now. I already fine tuned them earlier. Looks like we're full on those ships actually. So yeah, you can have all of it. There you go. So when I buy ships, I might be able to squeeze out a little more if I can get any sort of discount. Our reputation is fairly positive. Let's try and do a couple more missions before we buy any of the Novas. Alright, that one's far to the left. It's very nearby. We'll accept that. This is not particularly close, so we're just going to ignore everything and move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try to get my rep up with this faction. I'm going to go ahead and accept sector assaults for the time being, just to, again, be a little faster about it. Since we've already established which faction we're going to be working with, at least for buying our ships. If other stations had, for example, infinite shield modules or something, I might say, like, okay, after we get our ships, we'll ally with these guys. But there's nothing like that right now. As I pointed out a few times for my short-sighted decision-making, on purpose, it's the demo. I'm not going to worry overly much about certain things. I will, however, try to get in touch with the developer and see if he is at all interested in me covering it again when the full game comes out. So we've got our mission done. Okay, we'll take that one. And we'll take that one. As for the modules, we don't really need swarmers. We have a lot of blue slots on our ships, and I don't know if there's really a point to buying that many point defense lasers, but I mean, I guess we could continue to load up on them. Let's see, how are we doing on that? Yeah, we have so many slots open for that. I guess we'll go and just buy both. We'll just start filling them up. Take these. Yeah, and I'll eventually have to start cycling things out if I want to fill in more of the slots. I wonder if that ship on the star map is always the same, because that is my 4th ship. This one right here, that's the ship that is represented on the star map, and I don't know if that was always that way before. Probably not. That's probably just the basic starting ship or something. Not the ship I started with. I mean, maybe the game developer, when he was programming things, that was maybe like one of the first ships he made. I'm just assuming or spitballing here. But yeah, since my ships appear to be firing point defense at them, I think it's firing at them. I don't mind putting on more point defense lasers on it, just so I can plaster them with the blue weapon slots. More missiles. We're gonna need more green modules. In fact, once we get those ships, I guess I could just buy more fighters. I think each one of my ships should have its own repair bot. This doesn't help me right now, and unfortunately, there's no sort option. Let's go ahead and move some of these swarmers out. I would make this symmetrical, but right now I'm recording this, so we don't really need to do that. Worry about that right now. Okay, missions. Finn sounds pretty good. You want me to? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Pirate hunt. Where are we going with it? Yeah, we'll do all 3 of those. Make sure that we got time. Yeah, we got time. Go back up. Alright, this is our first group. I hit tab for some reason because I thought that would let me see inside its H. Let's see if we can kind of figure out what they've got. Pause for a second. No, let's stop overlapping. He's got 1 engine, a level 2 laser, maybe. Maybe that's level 3. I think it's level 2 because it's between those two. This one has a missile, and so it's not consistent, at least. I was wondering if maybe I could figure out what the enemies I'm fighting have consistent as weaponry, then I could figure out what I'd use. So if it was missiles, you know, obviously we'll stack up point defense. But it's just anything. Right now our ships are still healthy enough. We did definitely take a beating on the first ship, though. So maybe I shouldn't just fly in like that. I believe that these things that are shown right here, that's the angle of my point defense laser. I don't know about if that's also the angle of my chaff. Might be. I mean, I guess it's not bad if you keep rotating. wounded ships behind everybody, so he'll probably take all the hits. Not that the enemy has me at range. One of the reasons why I went all the missiles is I also made a spreadsheet. I also just looked at all the weapons, and missiles have the furthest range of everything. Because the enemy wants to just sit there, stay at range, then we'll oblige. We'll sit there and shoot them at range. And our ships are obviously also dangerous up close. Like, we're hitting them with what I assume are point defense beams, so... But at least I won't take any damage by keeping them at bay. I don't think it's necessary for the ships to be at this far out. In fact, what you could do is have the ships kind of start gathering, so if it's going to be 3 waves, have like ships wave 3 flying towards the battle zone, and so you can choose to hide behind the station, meaning that the enemy will then attack you all in one giant wave, or you could try to rush at the enemy to get them before each wave combines. Like that sounds like a reasonable give and take. Both. Okay, I heard a sound. I wasn't sure one of my ships was blowing up. Sound like an angry space beast. Is that all the loot? No, I don't think so. Let's just fly in the direction of the space station until we stop hearing the dings. I guess that's everything. How are we doing? Nope, no discounts yet. Buy that, buy that, buy that. Sectors. Oh, that's my mission. I keep doing that. I keep looking at the active missions. Yeah, so you probably can't ever get one that is the goes to the same place. We'll accept this one, but we're gonna forego it for a moment because this one is, of course, waiting on us. So we're gonna hop in this direction, do a little loop-de-loop, try to get that discount. I'm assuming I'll get the discount when I get enough reputation. Ooh, the game could not handle all the missiles this thing just ate. I might fail this one. Unselect all of them. We'll assign... Can I not assign you to follow that, or is it just blowing up already? It might be blowing up already. Okay. Just chase that one until it dies. Stand in front of the thing and just eat the shots, if I can. I keep doing it. Station, missions. Goes back up. Game's having a little bit of trouble running with all the weapons we're firing, and we haven't even maxed out our ships yet. Now, I was alt-tab for a long time doing calculations for the game, so maybe that also plays a role in the game chugging along. And that was on just 1x speed right there when you warped in. This massive amount of shields has actually helped quite a bit. Which one is 3? That one. So my right flank has taken a lot of damage, which makes sense. Because they're all on that side. What do we at? So much loot. Let's get some more shields on, because we did take a bit of a beating for some of our dudes. I'm assuming that when we're combining things, like I could, instead of building a straight line, I could make an L. Well, not in that case, because they're like that. I'm assuming. I haven't built one because I haven't. And once I get to know why oh, you don't just let me move things. That's ridiculous. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Before I don't remember now. Oh yeah, well, I'll wait until I build the Nova or buy the Nova. I guess I'd build the Nova because it says ship build. We'll wait till we build the Nova before I figure out how my modules are going to be shaped. Where are these pirates? And our health is still very good. I have not paid 1 iota for repairs since starting the game. Of course, it would be faster to do so. My repair drones are good enough to keep going with the 4 times speed. But since there's no penalty, you know, because let's say it take you 30 minutes to repair for free, but you could run 1 mission and get 70 times the amount. Obviously, just go ahead and get the repair for free, or repair costs, and then just run that mission. Be done in 10 minutes or whatever. So, I mean, free is not always the best option, but in this case, there's no penalty, really, for just repairing, because I'm repairing right in the middle of battle, which is good. But my repair drone is completely able to keep up with all the fighting we're doing. A large part of it might be because I've got so much shields going on. For all the loot. I think that'll be my habit, is to try to fly back towards the station while waiting for all the loot. Maybe when all the loot has reached you, then it saves. I don't know. Any discounts yet? Nope. Let's see, any new modules to worry about? Not really. Mission. To the left. Down. We'll do a defense station, because that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be... I mean, it could be a pirate, but oh wow, Hegemony really, really dislikes what I've done lately. I wonder if there's a way to get back the friendship with them. Maybe not. It might be like permanently hostile. Hegemony, that would be this one, I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, let's see what happens. There might not be a way I can become unhostile with them. This is going to be the Vanguard, yeah. I would like to eventually be or not hostile with them. Let's get in there. The ship's rotating nicely. Probably should ease up on how much we're pummeling everybody, so we'll go back to pirates for a bit. What's my reputation with this faction, though? Vanguard Coalition. That's not... Come on! I've helped you so much. Wait, that's not the Vanguard Coalition. Wait, hold on. I think I get... Hold on. Ah, I had it wrong. We needed to work with the Vanguard Coalition, which is going to be in the top left. So we need action. Once we're done here, we're going to fly back to the left. That's okay, I guess. It's not great, but, you know, we needed the more money anyways. The factions should be a lot easier to really distinguish. I mean, I could have kept, if I kept a better track of it. It was really my fault. But I'm just saying, there's no reason for our advanced computers to have to be like, oh, what color is that again? Or is this the faction we're working with? Well, thankfully, I didn't make the Vanguard Coalition hostile, but we'll run by the Hegemony on the way and see if we really can't do anything. I might be able to just warp in and then accept missions, but maybe not. Oh, you can use F keys. I think my function keys might be tied to OBS, though, so I want to be careful about hitting those buttons. Oh, that was a good buy. Honestly, I feel like my lasers are just flying all over the place. Yeah, I really want a way to just like right-click here and then drag in this direction to set formation. So in case the developer has never played something like Myth or has seen it, what would happen is you would click an area, and while your guys could head there, that's fine. While still holding right-click, drag in the direction you want your formation to face. So if my formation is like this, and it's facing upwards, and when I right-click and make a direction, it's going to have them lined up like this. Or if I had it straight vertical, then when I would right-click and did that, they would be one right after the other. Now that's not actually the formation we want, but yeah, that's good. See how much these guys actually like me, even though I did it for the wrong people. This is the Eclipse Syndicate, so almost to the next ranking. I have enough money to buy 4 Novas now, though. So even though I did missions for the wrong team, I at least get paid for it. I'm fine with this, because it opens up all of my guns to everything. And I doubt it hurts my accuracy. It might. But it's not like I'm particularly worried about every single laser blast that's emitting from my ship. As long as my health is fine, I'm okay with however we end up choosing to defeat the enemy. So that's the faction we actually need to work with. Oh, I didn't check the load. I didn't check the store for things. My bad. I don't know why I was reading this. I kept thinking it was going to tell me who we were attacking. All right, so this is Orange. Orange is the team I want to side with. So let's head deeper inside. Let's move. No, darn it. Hold on, let me pause. So unfortunately, they're already hostile to me because our guys started firing at this. That should not. Here, we're gonna main menu that. We'll try this one. And, you know, that's kind of at the corner, too. We'll defend both of those. But I am curious about something. It should be okay. We're going to try to get friendly with this faction anyways, so then we'll actually see. Because I kind of want to see, do I actually get a discount for being friendly? But since we're actually pushing the Vanguard Coalition, we will figure that out together. Yeah, I pushed the wrong team on that one. That's okay. All right, I figured it might be pirates because there's no factions near here, so I thought maybe if I defend that one, it'll be pirates. And this will probably be one of the other factions. Let's try to avoid that. So this is also the coalition, so it'd be one of those two down there. Sector assault is probably always going to be an enemy, not a pirate. So nothing here we want. I don't know why it lags so bad right now. Okay, and the game just died. I hear battle, but I don't know what's going on. We're gonna go and alt for this. Pretty sure I lost whatever I had previously, but that's okay. Pirate Hunt. Oh, that's way too far, game. Okay, so we have restarted the application through a forced restart because, the game blacked out on me. Oh no, it's still lagging pretty bad. I've not actually increased the time speed. It's just, I'm not sure. Maybe all the little explosions. Is there a setting? I have not actually looked at this. Yeah, let's try dropping that balloon. Whoa, okay, it makes the game really dark. All right. There's really nothing that I can pick that would lower the graphics or something. Let's resume. I think it's just the fact that maybe it's... what if I unselect everything? Well, I still see the cones of attack. That's not totally necessary. This is meaningless to me as a player. Right now it is, anyways. Maybe in the beginning it might have mattered more, but I'm not sure. Let's say you put your point defense on the left side of your ship. You don't have enough fine-tuned control to just turn your ship as each shot is coming in. So I don't think it's necessary to do that. All right, we have... Oh, I wanted to move things around. Okay, we have 1, 2... Okay, we need a few more of those. Yeah, a sorting option would definitely be very, very handy. Too far. Yeah, that's good. I mean, realistically, I don't have to drop by each zone. But that would cost me $500. I would get a profit though, so we'll think about it. But we do currently have a mission, so that's fine. If I didn't have any missions, I might pick it. Whoa, pause. I didn't realize that this one was so bad off. Alright, this game has such a weird selection method. Get that sucker out of there. And we'll turn on super speed. Just go. Just leave the area. Repair that, so we're not waiting. Yeah, I flew him all the way out there. I don't want any of that. I mean, when we get the upgrade, we'll eventually probably want anything we can get our hands on, but right now I'm not. Accept that. Pass. Pass. Probably never even bother to look at sector assault. Take that. After we complete this one, we'll check out the reputation, see how we're doing. Now, since arriving in this sector, I have not attacked any of the Eclipse forces, but I do wonder if, making relationship bonuses with this one automatically negates points with other factions, which is lame. That should not really be the case. I get it. People don't necessarily like it when you help their enemies, but generally, especially something as unknown as space, they're not going to really care at the moment, right? If you're just shooting some pirates down, or another nation, no one's going to care. Like, oh, you kill pirates. Oh, you're a bad guy. Come on, no one's going to care. I say unknown as space. I mean, realistically, I've always thought it was ridiculous that in certain games, when you steal something, it's flagged as stolen, and then everybody just knows that that vase you stole specifically is stolen, or a pencil, or whatever, right? What if I happen to help one system in the boondocks of, like the infernal nether regions of space that probably doesn't even have a planetary name? No one's gonna know that I killed some pirates for that rural planet. Let's see how we doing now. It looks like we're doing fine. All right. We don't need to buy engines. We don't have a discount yet. What is our reputation? This dropped down to hostile, which I don't believe it was necessarily before. Eclipse is still friendly. Vanguard is still neutral, and we have not yet gotten out of the end of that yet. I might just buy at least one super ship now, but I feel like we can push it, because we did it for Eclipse. We managed to do it very easily for Eclipse. We'll probably take that. Let's see where these defense missions go. That's good. Okay, so you don't even have to click. You can click anywhere. It says right there, of course. So we'll probably edit out me continuing to farm relationship with these guys if it takes a while. I didn't think it was going to take this long, because we did Eclipse. It's just like, it was very fast. We made about 2 cycles around their little quadrant of the galaxy there, and friendly. Ambushed. Okay, that's the first time we've ever been ambushed, but that's also the first time I've ever tried to go more than one star system at a time. Apparently the space pirates ambushed me with a space station, which is completely immobile. That's some ambush. Health is fine. Let's close in. I hope it didn't deduct all the money for the 2 jumps, even though we only made 1 jump. Yeah, also in Drox Operative, it feels like you're making a difference in space, because you can totally make one faction way stronger than another. Although we ran a bunch of missions for the wrong faction, I didn't feel that they had made any strides elsewhere. Finally, we're neutral with Vanguard. You just get a little bit better. Come on, game. I don't like that when you upgrade your modules, that they don't get smaller. I mean, all right. We're almost too full on that. I'm gonna have to start pawning off some stuff. Okay, we'll accept that one and that one. I obviously have the money to buy the Novas, but I just want to see, can I get a discount for it? I mean, if I'm gonna work for that faction, might as well wait. We're not currently being stressed out about the ships. I just have to keep an eye on it every now and then. As you've seen, we sometimes get a little bit over our heads, but we are still managing. Okay, I went through and sorted my stuff. I may have made a mistake. I mean, it's not a serious mistake. I had thought that the solid shots my ship was shooting were these point defense lasers, which typically are not used on ships, though I think you still can force them in Master of Orion. They're really meant to shoot missiles. I just assumed that solid beam were these beam lasers, and that my little salvos of little blue bullets that are flying out were these lasers. However, forgot that I actually had a thing that was called a beam laser. So I've gone ahead and removed all of the beam lasers from my ship, and we will see. I'm going to rush, assuming that we're not completely outmatched by it. We're going to rush the next opponent and see, do I get to see these point defense firing at the ships themselves? And I've gone ahead and remodeled them a little bit, adding a little bit more shields. Falcon is a bit bulkier on the right side, assuming that module damage in the game affects you at all. So slightly one more shield over here, a Swarmer on the left, and laser on the right. The Scion is kind of the opposite. Swarmer on the right, laser on the left, extra shield on this side, and then they are matching accordingly in the formation. The Raven is about just as strong as the other one, but this is fine. Technically, it does look like it has fewer slots as far as support goes. You can see here that I've got just as many shields in it. Though I did mess up. It's not totally symmetrical. Here, we'll fix that. And there we go. Now it has just as many shields as everybody else. Or more. It's got one more shield than everybody else. But that's the setup. And I put the chaff in front. Maybe it'll just knock out missiles. I mean, it says it requires high energy. And it does require 2 points of energy usage, whereas this one just requires 0.5. It does 1.8 damage, and this one says it does 1.8 as well. I don't know why you'd necessarily would want it. Maybe it does a second load of damage. Also, I made a mistake about missile hull. That's obvious. That's obviously going to be the life of the missile itself. I was thinking that this meant how much damage it did to a hull once it hit. No, this is going to be how much life that missile has. Yeah, I've kind of sorted it out manually, and I might have to get the Nova sooner than we get our discount because I'm getting loaded up on stuff. So if I can't fire my point defense lasers, I may just sell these. All right, do we have any missions? Pirate Hunt to the right. Pirate Hunt just next door. Yeah, we're going to accept this one and fly over here. All right, we are right in the face. Yeah, I'm seeing beams. Maybe that's his beams. Yeah, that might be his beam. Okay, I was shooting a beam at him. Okay, this is definitely firing something. Is that just a regular one? Hold on. Oh, I can't check my loadout right now. Maybe this one still has a beam laser and I didn't actually dismantle it. That'd be the point defense right there. I like that you can kind of see it. Our health is still good. We had to defend the station though, but we're fine because all the enemy are focused on us. So this is firing something. Is that just a regular beam? I thought my lasers were that thing right there, but maybe not. Now it's lagging. Alright, so this is the number 3. Oh, we still have that. Alright, let me take that out. Yeah, I don't think the point defense lasers were firing at the ships at all. I made a mistake with that one. I mean, it's not, as I said, it's not a critical mistake by any means. I just assumed that I was able to do so. I only ever saw it firing when we were at close range. That's the active mission. I keep doing that. Yeah, we'll take that one. And Forget that one. Reputation. It's marginally going up. I still got to check to see if we can ever get these relationships repaired. And we haven't done anything to the Eclipse Syndicate. So they just picking on these pirates has actually done what I thought it would. Let's see. What about buying stuff? I don't need to buy. I mean, no, I'm really quite full on things. All right. So I think I will sell the point defense lasers. I don't know. So that should be the regular laser beams. Let's fly into this guy and see if anything fires. Lag. Yeah, I'm not seeing these things do anything. Okay. We'll probably get rid of that. I think each unit of chaff does 3. I'm assuming that's what that is. Raven has quite a few stacked up on it. That's why it's in the back. Instead of shields, I gave it more chaff. Ooh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be defending that station. Mission failed. Well, let's try restarting that. Seeing if what happens there. That was not very nice. Probably don't. Okay. I will buy that for sure. And I guess we may pawn off some of these. Beam laser is good for penetrating. Well, it has a 20% shield bonus damage, and this one has a 25%. When you upgrade the beam laser to level 3, it has a 30%. Level 2 has a 25%. So it can over-penetrate compared to the other. But the laser itself has longer range. However, I think we're going to basically primarily work with missiles and lasers. We might have some swarmer missiles and some beam lasers just for close range combat. But realistically, I think we'll try to stay at range most of the time. And of course, you don't always have the option. Sometimes you warp in on top of an enemy group. However, that being said, I don't think I need to buy anything right now because we are getting overburdened with all of our stuff. Yeah, let's check out our missions. Okay, we have 2 3 jumpers. So that's one of them. And that's one of them. So we'll go ahead and head to the north. Do kind of like this, like double parallax or something. You got the planet and then a star behind it. So if I keep cycling this way, I can get the planet to cover it. However, there's no lighting effect on the planet itself, which is fine because I'm already lagging badly as it is. Beam lasers are probably good against fighters. Since there's no travel time, it just immediately hits them. And it's short ranged. We don't need more of that. We're already maxed on support modules. We will eventually want more of these repairs, but right now we are fine. Again, we have too much stuff. How are we doing on rep? Still not there. Alright, do my point defense fire at these ships? He died before I get to him. Point defense was a decent way to attack enemy fighter craft in Master of Orion. It's still one of the best space games I've ever played is Master of Orion. I mean, Star Control would be up there. I can't tell, it lags too much when I start approaching the ship. What would make this game really impressive is if there was no cap and you could just keep getting more and more ships. Fly a fleet of 60 if you wanted. So some automation and module collection and distribution would be really handy, like auto-equip. Then you maybe some templates, bomber, fighter. Get Master of Orion again. That's a game from like 90s. It had those templates that you could work with and then fine-tune later on if you wanted. Trying to see what really stopped his swarmers, if it was my chaff or my lasers. I didn't really see what happened. I mean, we could accept that one. Don't see any enemy fighters yet. Yeah, the point defense lasers got to them before the chaff did. And if I'm moving, the chaff doesn't help at all. See if it shoots at these. I know that's a repair drone, but if it's gonna fire at a fighter, it could at least fire at that. I don't think it did. I didn't see anything that looked like it. So yeah, the point defense lasers are not quite as cool as I thought they were. I probably will just go more shields. You don't want to... I mean, I really want those, but as you can see, I just have way too many things. Let's go and slap on a couple more engines. Alright, let me think here. So I would say probably don't need any more than 5 point defense lasers. We could have 6 just to be symmetrical. 1 chaff per side, but it's really not necessary. I think we'll go with these. Because if I had shields, I would replace the... What was that? Oh, that's the same thing. I saw the extra little twirly thing, and I thought that meant it was a super laser of some sort. No, it's not. Let's go place these. Alright, now we're out of point defense slots. We just need to move a couple into these slots once we get them. I think I'm fine as is with these right now. We have a couple more engines that we can throw on. That ship is so fast now. So fast it outpaces its repair drone. That's actually not that good if I do it, if that happens. Do I want shield? Kind of. It's fine. We'll see if we can get a reputation bonus before selling anything. In case that impact. I'm not worried about the money. I'm just looking at what optimal gameplay might be. Yeah, back there is good, but it's fine. Well, 9 jumps. Oh, it's okay. We'll jump here. Now, unfortunately, my spreadsheet does not tell you how many engine slots each vessel has. But this Aether is now far and away faster than even the lighter class ships because it has so many engine spots. What I'll do is I'll probably make a note of that, and then at the end of this episode, I'll include my screenshot of my spreadsheet. Let's pause because my ship has just taken so much damage. Way more damage than I expected. Let's get that out of here. We'll line things up to at least block the shots. I really don't like this thing where you left-click on something and it still keeps everything selected. When you left-click on an individual ship, every RTS has been unselect the previous thing, and they're just like, this is the one thing you want. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, right now number 4 is selected. If I only left-click, no shift is held, no control is held, just left-click. That one, now both of them are selected. Do I need anything? I think we're good. I keep looking because I'm not really sure what I'll expect to find, but I guess I'm not going to find anything new. I just keep thinking there's something good is going to happen. Pirate hunt. Pirate hunt. I'll take that one. And that one. Maybe if I go mass beam lasers, I don't have to worry about turning allies into hostile. Not ally, but the neutral forces when I warp in. If there's a war going on or pirates around, my guys will shoot. If I had beam lasers, maybe I'd be less likely, less prone to turning them hostile to me. Because not only will I have shorter range, but it's instant hit rather than missing or stray shots. Now, that being said, I would assume that if there's a ship between me and the target, that I would still end up hitting him with a beam laser. But since it is shorter range, it's less likely to happen. So that's something worth thinking about, is going mass beam lasers for that reason. Oh, there's an energy. Yes, this is what we want. We need more of that. And okay, I'm gonna have to start selling some of this stuff. All right, you can have this. I'd like to hold on to one just for each vessel, so there's none on those. Okay, so we have plenty on these. So we have, yeah, we can sell all the ones we are carrying. All right. Swarmer missiles, I don't really need too many of. I just want one to knock it down or occupy the enemy defense systems. That's all I really want them for. But that being said, realistically, if we do use the missiles at range, the swarmer missiles will not even have the range for it. I think we'll go ahead and just sell off these extra ones for now. Alright, that frees up quite a bit of space. Not that much, but does free up quite enough. No, you can't even swap things. If I try to like drag this over, that doesn't do that. The game has absolutely no chill when it comes to inventory management. Even though the game is based off of modules. Come on. The game is based off of that, but you make it a miserable experience for the player. Also, when you sell things, it doesn't appear in here. It would be nice if it did. And maybe with it like a gray or something at the buyback price. Just for player convenience. You also can't move things around, I believe. Yeah, I can't drag it. I have to go back to this screen in order to move stuff around. Okay. Where's there going to be any missions that we wanted here? We could accept that one. 5 jumps, yeah. Let's take it. And how are we doing on rep? Almost. Probably like 3 more missions and we're there. There we go. Get all my ships to fly around in circles. Having fewer point defense lasers might ease up my graphics or whatever you call it. Yep, take that. Yeah, I picked the missions for the ones in the back because there are no factions near them, so I don't have to worry about killing other factions. At least that's what I assume. So while I can't easily see who would attack it, I can try to use logic. And so far it has proven accurate. It's always been pirate ships. As long as we're kind of in the area, I'm fine with them spinning around. The station's almost dead, though. No, never mind, it's not. I thought it was, because the repair drone was in the way. My ships are all fine. But preferably attack that one. Alright, this one's coming in, so we'll prefer that one. Once I upgrade the missiles, they'll go faster as well. Where is rep? There it is. It claims friendly. Okay. No discount! Let's fly out and then go to another spot and see if that changes anything. Maybe we have to be all the way up. In that case, I will edit out me doing the last few missions necessary to get all the way up. But let's go, we'll take on... Let's see here, we need to see which one expires sooner. Okay, they both expire at the same time. Yeah, even 5 or something doesn't really work for disconnecting them. When you pick something, like if I have 1 and 2 selected and I press 4 on the keyboard, unselect 1 and 2 and then just have 4 selected. That's the way it's always been in every RTS. Sometimes I just want to pick one ship to make it go somewhere. If it was easier to control, I would have probably split up my ships and chased every single one of them down. Queuing commands would also be good. It has decent chase because it shows you where your ships are trying to go. That's good, but make it easier to split up your fleet. We are firmly in that sector right there, and still no discount. All right, so what I'll do is I will go ahead and continue farming reputation until. Oh wait, maybe it's just. I wondered if it was that, but every time I hovered over it, it wasn't showing anything. I just have to hover over it long enough. But yeah, we are firmly in friendly. We can see that. So I'll run a couple more missions, probably like 10 to 20 more missions, get into Allied, and then see what that's like. And I'll report back to you. So let's just go ahead and head on out. Again, it's not because I'm desperate for cash and I need to do it this way. I just wanted to see what benefits a person would get for having a higher reputation. That's it. Alright, this mission will subtly finish us into the Allied category. The tip of the arrow is already pointing in the Allied category, but this will make sure that even the left side of the arrow is in it. Or at least, not make sure, confidently ascertain. Because we are actually allies, I don't have to worry about hitting them anymore unless we were to accept a mission to fight them. So we can always teleport into the region with these guys. There it is. With these guys, and I shouldn't worry about like, oh, there's pirates in there, I better back off so I don't end up shooting them. I think they're going to be allied no matter what now. Well, not no matter what. Allied as long as I don't accept the mission to fight. Also, the game goes ahead and actually expands. I'm waiting for any more things to float to me, but looks like that. It actually expands further down, but we have this weird little thing here. And I think it's just engine, because it always turns out to be engine. And if I want it to stop glowing, I just actually need to put that in the module builder. Oh, I think I just probably crashed the game. No, maybe not. Okay. Well, it's not a real thing, and I can't do anything with it. Looks like I gotta stop for a little bit, though. My family is coming home. I want to check out. At least let's see if it gives me a discount. No discount. We are firmly in the Allied category. Yeah, that's bugged. It does that whenever it's trying to load items in after we've extended this down here. The very first item will always be an engine that is locked up there for whatever reason. I managed to get the one unlocked by dragging it into the module builder, and then it became an engine. I could drag it back out. So I'm going to have to just load to get rid of that. But no, unfortunately, I don't seem to be getting any discounts at the moment. We could try to go all the way up to the end, but I don't think that's going to be anything. And let me stop for right now, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look here. We still have this. You drag it out. And to at least turn it into something understood by the game, do that, it becomes an engine. Yeah, the first thing will always end up right there. When the window expanded on its own, the engine was down here, which is why I placed it there. Maybe it would still be there if I left it open. Anyways, so it might be infinite space. I did notice that when I was clicking and dragging that this continued to kind of move, but yeah, maybe you have infinite space. What happens if I try to build a ship now without having space? Is this? Yeah, this is the Nova. This is the one I wanted. It's got the 27 hangar capacity. It's the one I wanted, right? Let me double check. Yes, it is. So let's go and try buying it and see what happens. Didn't like that. All equipped modules will be transferred to the cargo hold when the ship is sold. Well, let's hope so. I'm not going to count it. We're just going to hope so. And then you won't. The game was not. I was clicking these things, but it just wasn't accepting it. So I'm assuming, like by default, the cursor went up here, and I had to get the game to recognize it. Now let's buy this. It's going to be ship 1, or is it going to be ship 4? It is ship 1. All right. We're going to go ahead and sell these others. There's a decimal here. Does that mean that we actually do get the discount after all? No, at least not that I'm aware of. I guess it kind of got distributed to the whole, because here's the stuff right now. It didn't like that, so let me load the game again. All right, let me personally remove my modules, if I can. I may not have enough room that the game lets me. All right, I've gone ahead and stripped down what I can, and this is the stuff I will miss the least. Actually, we can maybe squeeze out a couple more things. Let's see here. Swarmers, I think. That's fine. Take these 3 swarmers. Let me get a spot back. We'll drag this up here. Such a slow scroll. All right, this is what I'll miss the least if I can't get it back. It might dump itself in the middle of the pile, and that's probably what's going to happen. I do have 1 item stuck here, but that's fine for right now. Let's go ahead and sell and get our new ship. So there goes the Aether. Yeah, it doesn't like me clicking anything down there or even trying to scroll. And then we'll buy that. Take a look at loadout. Pretty impressive looking ship. I can't scroll though. That means I don't have. I'm left click dragging, right click dragging, middle. Oh, there we go. Middle mouse button. That's how I can scroll this window. Let's start putting things in. We'll start with what's in the middle. See if we can see if that's where everything went. I'm not going to count the engines or anything, but we will try to see if it's all there. Maybe it has fewer engine parts than the other level 4 ships, but I liked that it had so many primary weapon slots and support slots. The support slots might not be that important. I don't know. Trying to think. I guess it would also depend on how they were spaced out as well. For example, I could have triples here and some pairs here. All right. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels like how many things were there. It's so clunky trying to navigate this window, though. For a game with such a bent, such a what do you call it? A leaning towards modules, it's not convenient to manage. Like I should be able to, if there was say bars down here, I should be able to click on arrows next to shield and it'll just grab it out of my inventory or something and slot it automatically. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it would just allow the player to fine-tune things at a macro scale. And also maybe to be able to link things from this window rather than having to drag it to the module builder. All right, let's see here. So we can go ahead and combine these. I can do something like that, and that might work. Let's see here. If I did that, then I could stick one here. Okay, just want to kind of see what the rotation looked like if it worked the same as normal. All right, that actually doesn't look too bad. I can manage to stick another 3 here, another 3 here. This would be a 3 here. Yeah, that's just enough for everything. I do like that the modules can be flexible in this way right there. We'll stick swarmers on the front of the ship. Let me think here. We need as many batteries as possible. Yeah, it would be way more convenient if I could link them here rather than having to drag them out every time. But we're just going to go ahead and assemble it for now. And then once we have decided where things are going to be, we'll lock it down by modulating them up. The max energy usage isn't that great to know because it is counting all of these point defense lasers and the chaff as well. move these to the side for now. Maybe we get a more accurate estimate. I managed to overlap. Sometimes that happens. The game is a little bit funky, but I managed to place a laser on top of the chaff. Alright, with the swarmers in place and the shields, it currently says that it's going to use 11.3 energy a second, and I'm burning 5 energy a second. It's not that great. I need more energy. Now, after the first volley, like my first volley is fearsome, but after that I just sort of sit there on my hands, twiddling my thumbs. Can't rename any of the ships. I'm going to do this for all 4 ships, and I'll see you when we get back. Alright, I finished remodeling all 4 ships. For some reason, some of my icons became extra small when they were dumped out of selling the original ship. Don't know why. We have a bunch of point defense lasers left over. I think I'm going to go sell them. Each ship already has 9 point defense lasers, and while I was putting all this together, once I realized, again, I was looking at this, oh, this is a 2x2 because I need 4 weapon slots. So I had originally put things in sets of 3 so that I could level them up to 3. But no, a weapon would require 4 modules to do. And I don't think you can have 4 straight either, because in the module builder, you only have 3 tiles. Also, I think the engine we put there and then loaded or saved the game, I think that's gone, because I don't see it anywhere. I'm not worried about it. It's just one engine part. So we'll probably sell those, and we'll need to retool things a little bit as we start upgrading them. But every ship is about as even as I can make it. Anything that is left over, it goes to the first one, then the second one, the third one, so that way it's easy to tell what's left over. As these are already built into level 3, I'm not going to try to distribute them, though I could definitely do so. So let's go ahead and sell these modules. I basically have to triple collect. Either that or there's multiple modules in that spot. Buy that and buy that. Look for the one with the first non-symmetrical or even one. There we go. And then we'll go and put on number 2. Okay, number 4. One of these repair drones. And once I have everybody situated, that's probably when I'll start upgrading these builders. Because realistically, while I could say like, hey, I want to make a quad laser, realistically, I probably want more energy. But at the moment, I don't have enough energy throughout all my ships. There's just not enough. So it's at 4.4 once I've distributed all the energy cores evenly throughout my whole department. And yes, I was correct that I was buying these every time I could. That's why I kept looking at the station shops. I was like, oh yeah, it's energy. I need energy all the time. All right. Do we have swarmers in the 4th ship? I think we do. Yeah. All right. Then we are ready to roll with our new massive ships. Let's try checking out these guys, see if they really are hostile to us and anything we can do about it. All right, we're going to pause, and we're going to stop attacking them, and we're just going to fly away. I might be able to do some missions or something. Alert enemy ship entering in 11 seconds, I guess. Can I not do any missions for you? It's lagging really bad. So we might just be hostile forever, which sucks. Hopefully the game developer sees this and makes it possible for you to repair the relationship, especially with the way the game is structured at the moment. Versus lagging so bad I can't even see my ships do anything yet. We can see that these guys are my allies indeed. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Maybe if there are pirates in the area, would that make them like me if I killed the pirates that they might have? Yeah, unless I destroy them, I can't access the station. But when I destroy them, the station goes with it, because that station is hostile. So I might this save file might just be permanently hostile to those 2 races or factions, which sucks. It really does. It makes me want to start a new file, but all right. There's not much we can do about it right now. This is my ally. Who is this? Yeah, that's my ally. He's yellow. He should be green. Or maybe he's not a permanent ally. He's because it's not a mission that I have accepted. It's just us traveling in the area. Yeah, that sucks. So these two I'm already at hostile with. There's not much I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I can't interact with this one either. I would like to... Alright, here, let's just go and fry these guys. I want to see my ships in action. It is enough to lag my computer to death again. Alright, let me get a mission from you guys. You know what, let's take that one that's super far away. We've never been out that way. Station, modules, better shield, and the repair drone, energy. Do we need more missiles? No, I think we've got enough missiles. What we really need to do is replace these with actual energy. But I think we have a pretty good idea of how the game is going to be unfolding. Oh, we're still getting that one. That looks like it's an engine. I can barely tell. Yeah, we still have that issue. So once this has become expanded, then something will always turn into an engine part, whether or not it really is. I don't know. I assume it. I mean, I assume I'm not 100% of the time finding engine parts, because every time it's been a white icon there, it's been an engine part. This save file, I guess we'll consider to scrap if the game gets full release. I guess we probably have to start a new one, which is a shame because we're so rich. But I don't want to be necessarily hostile to anybody. Hopefully the game developer decides that it is okay to make people neutral again, somehow, in some way. But yeah, there's still stuff we can do to upgrade these ships, such as doing the module builder, but that seems like that's so much work. Because, again, we have to drag it out, like this, all four of them, and then drag them back into the module builder, then assemble it, drag it to the cargo hold, drag it back here. I mean, that does not need to happen. That's not good. It's not fun. It's no bueno. All right, well, let's try out that super mission that's way out here in the boondocks. We've got ambushed. Of course we would. By pirates, though, at least. Let's see, the star map. We are in yellow sector. I don't remember who's yellow. I think orange is hegemony, so yellow is the cowled people. All right. So with that in mind, I want to see, do we move out of that at all? Right there. So we're killing pirates in their sector. Let's see what the formation is. Okay, that was the auto formation with that, one being on the right, or something like that. Well, maybe it probably wasn't that way because when I bought number one, there were ships in the middle, so that might have been. But this is fine as a formation. All ships are even. As even Steven as I can make them. Ambushed again. Alright, but this time we warped out, so now let's take a look at our reputation. I don't think it moved up at all. How do you miss a space station? Maybe it's because I started moving at the time. No, they're still missing. Some of them look like they're firing straight ahead. Who's still alive? Or no, I think I got them all. Alright, just regular pirates. Regular everyday pirates. Yeah, that's just a big whiff of lasers right there. That's why I feel like missiles are the way to go for this. Wait until it's cleared, and then we'll go and start speeding it up. This was my big finale battle here. It's not particularly spectacular. I really feel like I should be able to zoom out further. I keep wheeling the mouse backwards, just out of habit, I guess, because this is way too close. Given how far our weapons reach, this is way too close. So many repair drones. Alright. Well, other than the fact that the quests pretty much just set you to be hostile to everybody in sight, it is kind of an interesting game. I think there definitely needs to be other objectives and stuff out there. I know that the Ironclad, or whatever they said, they're going to contact us. I'm assuming that's story-based mission. That'll happen when you get a certain amount of money. And this being an early demo, it's not going to necessarily have those components. If the developer hasn't, he should definitely check out some videos on things such as Drux Operative, or his competitors, in fact, and adopt ideas based off of that, inspired by that, to surpass. When game developers compete with each other to make the better product, gamers win. I think we've pretty much seen everything we can in Space Menace. I know I didn't go around and try to make super building components out of all of this. Here, we'll make one of these energy ones, and then we'll call it done, just to see how much it improves it by, or not improves it by. So with 3 slots, it goes up to 14%. So that is an improvement, because otherwise it would have 12% out of this. So it's a 2% energy generation increase. Also 11. So in a 1-point energy boost. I'm not sure what the difference is between energy boost and energy generation. But there we go. That's my extra large energy. Let's just plop that like that. And we have pretty much done everything we can. Thank you very much for watching Tran play Space Menace 2. I'll see you next time.